Tamika, she's a six-figure earner, and all of her friends are six-figure earners. So I want to go on a limb here and say that her mission is to impress, right? She wants to make an impression. It's not so much, price isn't so much as an object. It's the type of impression that she's going to be able to make. With that in mind, like, really, it's, can you wow her? Can you convince her that this is going to be a hit at her event, right? If you can convince her that, and then, of course, she is mindful of her budget, but she has more room to work with. So she can afford to pay $800, $900 for an experience. If you can check those same boxes, right? But you can show her, like, visually what the end result is going to be. And if she's wowed by that, if she's impressed, if she's like, if she goes to your social media, your Instagram, or she was already at an event that you were doing, so she met you at an event, and she saw the setup, she saw what you were doing, that's a very easy sell, because she already sees what the end result's going to be, and it already gives her, it checks off the other boxes of you being a legitimate company, and, you know, you being able to provide, you know, the service that she needs, and she's wowed by what she sees. So now, you know, if the price is within what she's willing to spend, Tamika, I've had some Tamikas, and they're easier to work with. You know, they don't have that many stipulations when it comes to, like, what you need to do. They typically give you creative control. They're like, hey, I trust you, I know you're a professional, just do what you do.
All right, so we're talking pain points and goals for Tamika.
I would consider Bree a Tamika.
Yeah. Right.
So appearance and visuals, like, are important, right? So decorations, experience, like, from the time you enter the door to the end of the night, like, what were you able to do? Telling a story, like having a narrative with everything, like, you know, having a theme.
What does she value?
I would say trust.
Trust right there. That's a value.
That's definitely a value. Like, she has to trust that she's giving her money to someone that's going to do the right thing, that's going to, you know, go above and beyond, that's going to provide the service that she expects, not going to run off on her and, like, leave her high and dry. You know, have a kind of ongoing thing right now with a couple of clients that have been asking for refunds because of one reason or the other. And I have a policy, you know, I have a policy, a non-refundable deposit policy. And, you know, I just think that people have a fear of doing business with, like, service-based businesses because they feel like they're gonna be, like, ripped off or taken advantage of. Mm-hmm. And as long as you are, you know, straightforward and honest, and, you know, you're clear about your rules and, like, how you do business, then you shouldn't have a problem in the industry. So you have to be able to build that trust. She likes promptness too. I know that might be not so much of a pain point, but when you show up 2 hours early to the event, that really makes a great impression. You're dealing with Tamika, you can't be late, you can't be, you know, dragging time. You have to communicate. You have to, you know, be able to, you know, let her know where you're at, what you're doing. You know, when I'm working on the graphic design, you know, I communicate with her. I let her know when it's time to start. I send her an email. She selects her design, then I do it. I send it back to her for approval. It's just that communication process of staying engaged, just keeping that trust open.
So far what I got is your pain point, at least the only pain point we got is she needs to make an impression to friends, family, and associates for her event. The goals, truth of the matter is,